Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia and today we are going to be filming our savings tracker and doing our spread together. I have my budget planner here. This is my Erin Condren monthly planner, the 7x9 size, and I will be using the 2024 Erin Condren monthly as well in the Inspire design. I will be setting that up and going over that with you guys in a different video. I have my sticker sheets here. I have some leftover stickers that I'm going to be using in this spread along with my savings tracker sheet as well. And also let me talk about my nails. A while back for October I was supposed to have nails in each video, but I didn't always have time to put them on. But this is actually a set that I wanted to wear in October that I didn't get to. These are just press-on nails. I don't use glue. I just use the little stickers that come in the pack with the nails, just so I can also just take them off, since I feel like I'm not one to be able to function with nails or long nails. And I did not realize how long these would be when I put them on, but they are so long. And this is just what comes in the pack. It comes with like these little stickers, like the set of nails, like with different sizes, a nail filer, and then this little cuticle pusher. But these are just the stickers I end up using on my nails, and it does end up staying on for like a few hours, for me at least. But I don't know if it's also because I'm extremely cautious with them, but these are really long. I hope that this video goes well with them, but I feel like they make my fingers look a lot longer because I currently have a little swollen hands because of my pregnancy right now, so I feel nice and pretty with these on right now. But anyway, okay, so let's talk about the planner and the budgets. So for this October budget spread, I just set up a few of the different spreads with you guys. For the November monthly, I set up the dashboard with you guys along with our variable income and our monthly budget spread. So those are in previous videos. I will be setting up the sinking funds and transaction log on these sheets along with our pre-balance to balance out our checking account, since we are cashless budgeters. So I will have to do that before we are able to start doing it week by week. So I'll show you guys how I do that as well. But for this specific video, we're going to be setting up our savings tracker. This savings tracker I use primarily for our external savings account, which is our long-term savings. It's the one that's at a different institution apart from our main accounts. And I also will have a video linked below with how all of our bank accounts are set up too, if you guys are curious. For our bank accounts, they've always been set up the same way. It's kind of been years now where I always had two checking accounts, a savings account that was set up with the checking accounts, and then an external savings. At one point I did have two external saving accounts, but I ended up just combining them into one. It's just been working out where we just have it at one institution. But for this spread, I used to track all of my external saving accounts in here. But since I only have one, there's only one that's placed in here. And this is very different for me, placing down stickers with nails. So if I look like I'm struggling, it's because I am. But it's really, really pretty though. These are so cute. I did not think that this is something that I would have liked when I saw it in person, but now that they're on my nails, they definitely do feel like October, but October's gone. And I did not pick up any nails for November, so I just wanted to wear them for these next couple videos that I'll be filming today. For this header strip, we have the date that the transaction or the transfer was made, whether into the savings or out of the savings. We have the account name, so it could be right, the institution name, or it could be, I realize I'm going to wait to put this down because I need to count out my dots. But it could be the institution name or the category name, since I do break up all of my savings account categories up. So you guys will see here. Nothing's really changed for that. I was going to open up another account and put our daughter's funds in that separate account. Since Ally, you are able to open up multiple savings accounts, and there's no minimum fee that you have to, and there's no minimum that you have to have, or there's no fees or penalties like that. last time I checked, but I still have not gotten around to it, so we have not done it yet. So her stuff or her funds is still with ours. The main reason why I wanted to separate it out is because like I see hers as hers, so I don't really like seeing things that are not like there for us, if that makes sense. It's kind of like the savings and journal I like to keep at a separate institution apart from our primary ones. It's just easier for me to not get tempted to touch it or think that the funds are there or like feel bad about it. It's like another thing to think about, because like I really don't want to touch these funds because this is our long-term savings. It took a lot of practice because at the beginning I feel like I used to try to save so much so quickly because I would be so like inspired and excited to save that I'll start saving so much, but I'll save too much and then it'll result to us having to touch our savings. So now after practice, I think we're definitely a lot better now where we're able to manage and save certain amounts where we won't end up touching or feel the need to touch it. So we kind of know what our limits are with savings. Right now we're focusing on debt at the moment, paying down our debt, so we're not really focusing on saving this year. Last year we did for our emergency fund, but this year we're focusing on paying down my husband's debt for his student loans. So this sheet is done, and then I have one last little sticker here. Oops. And I'm going to just put that right here because I think that's really cute. But those sheets are now done. Now I'm going to do the lines real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is now our savings tracker. I have categories down here because I do like to break them up into different buckets. With Ally, you're able to have subsections inside of your bank account without opening up multiple savings accounts, which I really do enjoy about it. So you can organize your funds in different categories. The maximum that you're allowed to have right now is 10, but I currently have 7 or 6. I believe it's 6, but then I do have like the primary core one, which I have funds that are not distributed out yet. I just like to have something that's separated too. I don't share my full amount that's in here, but I do definitely share with you guys the categories that we do have. But let's talk about the first category, which is our emergencies fund. This is kind of hard to write. My pinky is stabbing my hand. Oh my goodness. Okay, but for emergencies, this one, we had a goal that we set for ourselves and we saved last year. Or was it this year? I think it was this year. Primarily this year, but we started last year. I could be wrong, actually. Okay, but regardless, the goal for this account was $12,500. And this we picked off when we set up our emergencies fund. And we had our goal. We will be redoing this again for 2024 because I'm hoping to achieve another 3 months, maybe. Actually, I think we might be focusing on student loans again next year for 2024, just paying down debt in general for 2024. But in general, we have our 2023 emergency funds that we have the amount that we need per month for 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year for all of the different bills that we have, along with some of our eating out categories like gas, groceries, things like that. I did set this up with you guys in 2023's setup videos, and we will do it again for 2024, but that's where we got that number from, because we decided to try to aim to save for 3 months worth of emergencies. So that is at 100%, which I'm very, very, very happy about. It's very relieving to know that we at least have 3 months worth of emergencies just in case something happens. But that is $12,500. I like to have it broken up where we have the goal, then whatever the percentage is that we are to that goal. So this one is at 100% since we are at 12,500 in here. Then we have our baby's category. Her nickname is Bean. The goal, there is no goal for this account since hers is just going to be ongoing, saving as much as we can until she's old enough to be able to go out on her own. But the goal, we'll just put NA since there's no current amount that we have in here. So NA for the percentage, and then also the amount I am going to keep private as well. At one point, I believe back in the summertime, I did share with you guys how much was in her account, but I decided that just because of privacy, I just wanted to start keeping hers private for how much we save for her. But it might change in the future, but for right now, we're just going to keep this private. The next category that we have is for home. This is anything home related. Before, it used to be to save for a home, but honestly, with housing and everything, with expenses, and I have no idea. I don't think we really have any plans to move. But now this category is just anything relating to home, whether it be saving for a down payment or saving for anything that we might need to maintenance for a home. But currently the goal is $15,000. The main reason why it's so high is because we did at one point want to save for our forever home in the next like 5 to 10-ish years. But it's also because like we know that like certain things for a house like washer, dryer, roof, anything like that, it can cost a lot of money. So we wanted to try to save for $15,000. Right now we're pretty low in here. We're only at 13%, which is at $2,000. But I think we're going to start targeting this one just to start saving a little bit more in here. But next we have pups, and this is just for any emergencies or medical bills or anything that our sinking funds can't cover, but the goal is at $1,500. I don't know whether or not this is enough. Right now we're at 100%, so we were able to save the full amount, which is at $1,500. Next we have vehicles, and then this is for when we wanted to save for our new car. Again, we don't really know when this will happen. We currently have one car and it has been working really well for us. We sold our last car. I don't know if it was this year or last year, but we did end up selling it because we weren't really using it, and then we were having to pay insurance on it. That car was paid off, but it also had a lot of issues with it too. Like the one window would sometimes not go up, the heat would sometimes not work, the air would sometimes not work, and there's been a couple of times where I wouldn't start. So we ended up just like selling it. We have not looked back, but for this category we are planning to save $10,000. And then if you guys have watched the previous video, you guys will know that the main reason why we're trying to save a lot, as much as we can for this, is because I'm really worried about the whole monthly payment, how much it's going to be, because we definitely are ones that want to get like a new car. It's personal preference, definitely don't have to do that, but we've had so many used cars and every single one has had like issues and only have lasted like a couple years. Before that we had one new car, which is the one we're currently having. Knock on wood, it's been great. So we just want to keep with this. It's definitely personal preference for sure, but we're at 25% for this category, and the amount in here is at $2,500. I think when we start getting an idea of when we want to get a new car, that's probably when we'll start saving and diligently saving for it. But for right now, that's what it's going to be at. Then we have vacations. For vacations, the goal amount is currently $5,000. We wanted to try to go and save up for Disney World, but I don't know how realistic that is, to be honest. We kind of have not been continuing to save here for a while, but this one, the amount is currently at $1,500. Last but not least, we have our other category, which is that core category, which is like the money that is not distributed into, I keep spelling things wrong, into any specific category. But the goal for this, there is no goal, it's just ongoing, just however much we end up placing in here. So that is NA. The percentage is NA as well because there's no goal. And the amounts in here we will be keeping private as well. But that is the categories that we currently have. You definitely don't need to have Ally or a separate savings or anything like that to break down the categories. The only difference is that, of course, like as you place the amounts in here, you'll want to add it up to make sure that that savings account overall has that amount in there. But that is what our breakdown for savings tracker is looking like. And I think right now we currently have it where in our budget we transfer $100 to ally from our budget. Since we are focusing on paying down debt, that's why our savings is so low, because we already accomplished our savings goal of saving for emergencies fund for 3 months. But that $100, I still want to place it somewhere. Last month I just placed it in core, but for this month, I think, or in general, I think for the next few months, we're going to focus on just putting it in our home category. So I'm not transferring it yet because I still have to do the pre-balance, but I'll just put like 11 for now, and then account will put home. It's not really an account, it's a category, but that's what I use this column for. If this was at a different institution or a different savings account in general, I would put the name of it. But since this is a category, this is how I kind of separate it out. But that'll be $100. This is for November savings. I just put November budget. I don't know what that means, but the end amount after adding that 100, this will be $2,100 in this specific category. But that is how I'm going to be using this. But interest I do end up putting in here, same with any more transfers into the savings, or if we end up withdrawing for whatever reason, I'll put those transactions in here as well. But that is what this savings tracker is looking like. This was definitely a shorter video, so I do hope that you guys still enjoyed it. This is what all of the spreads are looking like so far, so I'm definitely loving it. Thank you guys so much as always for tuning in. I hope that you guys have a beautiful day, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye.